Labadiena, and thank you for joining me on the second episode of making these strange table extensions. And I ended up the previous video with a slight intrigue because one of the forms were leaking, and I became very disappointed and worried when I found the leak. But soon after, I gained a very useful perception. Just imagine if I would have installed these in the studio and made the pour after installation. I can barely imagine the consequences. So this turned my emotion from worry to jubilant instantly. Epoxy has hardened, and the leaked form is very much salvageable. Well, anyway, let's take this out of the molds and see the result. So now I have to trim off all the excess material. I have to square off the edges, remove this blob somehow, sand the surface, polish the surface. Well, I just have to make them look neat. Just before polishing the epoxy, I will apply a few coats of lacquer on the edges and on the underside of the pieces. It's a good timing now because I don't have to worry about masking the epoxy because all the overspray will be sanded off. One of the best things about solvent-based industrial lacquers is that they set fast. I started spraying these like 2 hours ago and I already made 3 coats of varnish. Is that fast or what? Unfortunately, these aren't done yet. I still have to polish them, and usually this process takes a while, so let's dive right in. first one is done. Took me 48 minutes to polish it. It's about time to pack. Let me tell you a short story about the concept of the studio. First of all, I should explain the business my client is in. So they sell wood panels, decking boards, heat-treated lumber, and wood in general. So those oak tables already tie with their business ideology, if you will. But there's more. I've been told that in the old days, around the same area where their new studio stands, used to be a sawmill. And there was a canal for log rafting. So that's why those giant oak tables made with such minimal stands. They were intentionally designed to look like they are floating. And the extensions I built represent the water surrounding those logs. Isn't that just beautiful? I love when there's a wider picture hidden behind the design. Huge shout out to the architect. Anyway, thank you for sticking with me, and I hope to see you on the next video. Bye bye.